Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So, in my readings, I clearly believe that Meghan Markle is a narcissist. I believe that she's a grandiose narcissist. I believe that she's showing all the signs and symptoms of narcissism. She takes no responsibility for anything. She blames everyone else. She's constantly playing the victim. I also believe that she is completely using and abusing Harry and throwing him under the bus, and it's only a matter of time before the wrecked shell of who Prince Harry was, is just left on the side of the road to be eaten by vultures. I think we're very, very close to that. I have a video, asking if the narcissistic discard is complete. But what I haven't considered, and what other people are talking about, is Prince Harry himself a narcissist? How does he fit into this biosphere of illness, psychological illness? Okay, and he's going around telling that he has drug problems, psychological problems. You name it. He's doing this therapy where he's touching him, he's patting himself, and he's doing that very publicly. He's making all kinds of ridiculous admissions. What admissions is Meghan making? Is that crickets I hear? None. But she and Oprah Winfrey are pushing him to make all these damaging admissions that he's going to regret later. Isn't it interesting? Because Meghan, from where I sit, she's obviously a very damaged person, very messed up person. But she's not making any admissions. She's an angel. She's perfect. Now, Prince Harry, he was a pretty good dude. He was the most popular royal. He was just a really genuine guy. He did the naked billiards, which is weird. I think he was rebelling against his, and then the Nazi uniform, just weird. But just kind of like a goof up. But just like a super genuine guy. Like, I don't care. I wear these shoes with holes in them. I just don't care. So is Prince Harry an actual narcissist? And if he is, he's a covert narcissist. He's somebody who likes to be hurt. Maybe he's somebody who likes to be dominated. So is Prince Harry actually a narcissist as well? And he's just as sick as Meghan. Let's take a look. Is Prince Harry also a narcissist? We have the no card, which can oftentimes mean no. So what do we got here? We got hamster wheel, long journey over water, or doing the same thing all the time, very heavy. Angel, crossed by the angel and all the people. Hand in hand, many people involved. 21, 27, 7 diamonds. Outside influences. I think he is showing as an angel. Childish, innocent and childish. No, he's not a narcissist. He's innocent and childish, and he's being just beaten down. Hamster wheel is doing the same thing over and over. You can just be rolling over somebody with a truck, just over and over and over with the hamster wheel, just beating them down. It's outside influence. So outside influence is making him look like a narcissist. No, he's not a narcissist. He's reacting to the situation around him. He's been transformed by a toxic relationship. His decisions, 5 clubs in this toxic relationship, are transforming him into another person, and the isolation is destroying him. So Meghan took him out of the royal family, took him out of the, made him, he's not a prince. He almost renounced his title. The only thing left is for them to strip away the titles, which I believe is going to happen, or at least put them in abeyance, because, Captain Obvious here says they're going to divorce, and then Harry's going to go back to the royal family. The royals are smart enough to realize this. You know, how did this person who was the most popular royal become, you know, persona non grata in the UK? How did that happen? Well, she took him out of his country. He really is innocent. Okay, it's outside influences. No, he's not a narcissist. He's reacting to, he's making decisions in the toxic relationship that have transformed. And Butterfly is also very publicly, everything, the butterfly is very beautiful and it's very public. It's like blasting it out to the world. So he, and what's done it to him is this isolation. She is in complete control of him. So far, I am not seeing Harry as a narcissist, although that is being discussed, and I think it's worth discussing. So let's look at Harry and Meghan. Are they both narcs? Are they both narcissists? Or is Meghan dominating him, as I believed? Is Meghan dominating him, or he's just as culpable? Okay, and I think he gets a lot more blame because he's a dude. And irregardless of the ridiculous narratives that we hear today, women expect men to lead. Men expect men to lead. The whole world expects men to lead. And, you know, one thing that we see is men get 60% more punishment for the same crimes committed the same way as women do. Why? Because women are not considered responsible. That's so weird. What? That's so weird. So committing that's just, how is that possible if everybody's all equal and stuff? So is Harry, let's look at Harry versus Meghan. Is Meghan, I'm wondering if Meghan's dominating him. What's going on between Harry and Meghan? Is Harry just as much a narc? Harry, Meghan. Is Harry just as much a narc as Meghan? Meghan. What strange cards. There it is. Wow, I'm throwing these cards and I'm like, what are we looking at here? And I do clean my cards. I basically do a minor exorcism of my cards every time before I do a reading for you. So I'm looking at these cards, and as I'm throwing them, I'm like, wow, these are really positive cards. You know, they're telling a story, but the cards tell a story, telling a story, telling a story. But here's the tell. The King of Spades is the tell. The King of Spades is ruthless, and the King of Spades has a long-term plan, and the King of Spades is very, very organized energy. Okay, in a very organized fashion, transforming, so 12 and 13, 25 into the future, through the family in a very organized fashion, transforming. So somebody, and this is underneath, even though I'm putting it on top, somebody has a ruthless long-term plan that they are carrying out to transform through the family, the future through the family. Somebody's doing this, working all together. And I'm not saying, maybe her name is Meghan. I don't know. But somebody's doing this. The Trinity and the Cornerstone, 7-2 clubs, working everything together in the foundation, committed to working everything together. So it's not one thing, it's a billion things. It's a billion trillion things, working everything together, working all these little moving parts together to accomplish the goals. What do we have with Harry? Star of Bethlehem, committed to the marriage, the family. Mother Earth is a pregnant woman. She's obviously a pregnant woman. That's how I made this card. So it's the earth with a baby inside it and a tree growing in there. Just like, yeah, that's what it looks like when a woman is pregnant. Okay, so 12 and 9, 21, 6 hearts, again, a family card. So he's very committed to the family. She's got him by being committed to her and the family. That's what he's doing. He's committed, he's making choices. He's really trying to make this marriage work. You're supposed to only get married one time, okay, unless your spouse dies. and you're not supposed to marry again. So he's taking it very seriously, and he's really trying to make this work, and it's completely destroying him. So in many ways, he's very honorable. I see that as, that's very honorable. I don't think Meghan's doing that at all. Being, really trying to make the marriage work. I think she's using Harry and using him up and getting all she can, and she can't wait to discard him. And I've even done readings where it looks to me, she was staying at this very fancy hotel, frequently. I see her being unfaithful, seeing other men, using her charms to, line up Mr. Next. So what do we have over here with Meghan? Cross, that's the marriage card. Planted, or messages, and roses. Very sweet. The marriage should be very 10, 11, 3 clubs. Threes are building actions. 1 is a beginning. 7s are very spiritual cards that return forever. So through the marriage, she is hanging on to the marriage. It's all about the marriage. And she's doing this all through the marriage. So interestingly, I'm not the dark energy, the narcissistic energy is up here. It's in the general, it's in the underlying. It's not showing clearly as Harry, and it's not showing clearly as Meghan. Meghan is very good at putting a sweet face on. She is very good at playing the innocent angel, and she will fight to the death for that. They said, oh, well, we did a Zoom call and we immediately presented little Lilibet to the Queen. The Queen's like, no, you didn't. Never happened. Oh, well, what we meant to say is we sent an email to Catherine. No, you didn't. That never happened. She has to be an angel. She has to tick all the boxes. We told the Queen we were going to call the baby Lilibet. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Okay. Oh, we're very upset about that. We're going to sue the BBC because you're saying I'm not an angel, says Meghan. So let's use some sticks here. The advantage of, let's back up a little bit so we can get a better view of the sticks. So, yes, no, yes, no. So if Meghan is a narc, point over there. If Harry is a narc, point over there. If they're both narcs, say yes or yes. Yes, no, yes or yes. Well, yes, no, that's a no. All right, so Meghan's a narc, Harry's a narc, or yes, they're both narcs. Let's just see what they say. Who's the narc? Is it Meghan a narc to the right, or is it Harry's a narc to the left, or are they both narcissists? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee, blessed art thou among women. See, look, it's pointing to the right. Can you see that? You sure can. So Meghan is the narcissist. Harry is still, and that's kind of what I've been saying all along. I'm not trying to confirm what I've been saying. I was just reading an article on this. They were saying Harry's a scapegoat. Everything wrong is Harry. Well, that's possible. But he looks more like just, he's the invisible child, if you ask me. And they were saying that William is the golden child. William is the golden child. He's the future king. So they treat him like a golden child, whereas Harry is not that golden child. But I could see Harry as the invisible child. No matter what he does, they're just like, yeah, well, that's just Harry, So, does Harry like to be dominated? Okay, he's just a very weak kind of man. He grew up in the palace. He really didn't have a whole lot of choices in life. So he was drinking and acting crazy like a young man. And he really never much got to make any decisions for himself. So is he someone who is just kind of rudderless and likes to be dominated? Because narcissists will look for a nice guy, a nice compliant if it's a woman, a female narcissist will look for just a nice guy, somebody who's just really nice, really compliant, and going to do what she wants him to do. And then when he finally figures out that she's really kind of ruthless and mean and she's hurting him and she's destroying him, it's too late. Okay, and that's how I see Harry going. So is he someone who likes to be dominated? He just doesn't make his own choices. He likes to be told what to do. Is Harry someone who likes to be dominated? We have a yes card showing. So very emotional. 10 hearts is the most emotional card. Blocked. And Mercury, 1924, 6 spades. Again, a toxic relationship is blocking him from being who he is. He's primarily an emotional person, and he's not like a deep thinker. Mercury is very, very fast. Do this, do that, and get there and get it done, and very fast. It's not like a very contemplative card. It's very fast. So he's impulsive and he's emotional, but he's being blocked and controlled by the toxic relationship with his spouse. So let's see. The world, the whole world, straight razor and yes. Sudden, the key is very sudden decisions and union, close emotional union with the woman. And the woman is making his decisions for him, and he's trying to do what's best for the relationship in front of the whole world. 10, 20, 32, 8 spades. So scapegoat. Well, you have the scapegoat card. So, and the article I was reading says he's the scapegoat. So he's definitely getting blamed for everything. Yeah, Harry's getting blamed for everything in front of the world. Now, what I see here underlying is that Meghan realizes that Harry doesn't like to think about stuff very deeply, and so she sends him to do this, do this, and each little thing seems like nothing all by itself, but you add it all up, and you've got this master plan. Okay, Meghan's working her master plan. She knows exactly what she's doing. She is ruthless and has a master plan. So Harry is just one step at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 millimeter at a time, and he's letting Meghan control him, and she is driving him off a cliff. And that's what's happening. She's driving him off a cliff. Was Harry the invisible child in the royal family, or is he like the scapegoat? I kind of view him as the invisible child, the child that is, well, his position is not that important. He can kind of do what he wants. And he went into the military for 10 years, and everybody's like, well, that's good. You know, he found his way. And he's partying, and he's getting a little crazy, and when he goes too far, we're going to rein him back in and correct him, which is what they were doing. They were keeping, they kept very loose control over him and just let him be who he was. And it was a hit because he's just a genuine guy. So is he the invisible child? Is he the invisible child? Is Harry the invisible child? Or is he more of a scapegoat? Harry an invisible child, or is he more like a scapegoat? Outside influences, very controlling, lying in the graph. 10 and 12, 22, 6 diamonds, and he's constantly corrected, constantly. And he was very much controlled. The snake is kind of a dominating influence, kind of controlled, kind of controlling and dominating, very strong, doesn't move very much. It traps its victims. So he was kind of very much controlled from the outside through the family. They just controlled him. They told him what to do. Okay, so they were very much in charge of his life. Now he's separated from the royal family, and he's trying to manifest everything, a whole new life. Cornucopia is everything money, everything material money can buy. Karmic shift and karmic relationship, a big change in the people in his life and the family. Let's add this up. 10, 23, plus 6, 29. 8 hearts, water into wine, transformation. So she's separating him. By separating him, she's now in control of him. So he's kind of a rudderless, weak. He didn't have to run his own life. Okay, he was just rudderless, and the royal family was always telling him what to do and controlling him, very controlling. So he didn't develop a sense of I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He was always being told and controlled. Okay, so now he's been separated from his lifelong influence, and when he was separated at like 35 from this influence, so he was treated very childishly. You know, and rich kids can grow up like this. They can be just like, well, what do you do for a living? I don't do anything. I drive my Porsche around and I act cool. You know, Harry was kind of like that. He didn't, you know, what skills did he have? What did he develop? How did he develop as a person? Life was too easy for him. And now he's been separated from all that, and Meghan is now controlling all that, and she understands the power of being able to control this human life, this prince. So let's review here. I was asking, is Harry a narc like Meghan? Now I had the sticks point at Meghan as a narc. Okay, and let me ask one more question. Because the sticks clearly pointed at Meghan as a narc. Are they both narcissists? Yes, they're both narcissists, or no, they're not both narcissists. Let's just, are they both narcissists? No, okay? That's a very clear no, very clear no. So, okay, so that resolves it for me. So Harry is not a narc. I asked the sticks, and they're very good at yes or no, and they can point at things. So first I asked them to point, is Meghan a narc or is it Harry? And they pointed to Meghan. And then finally I asked, are they both narcs? And I got a no, a very clear no. So, all right, they're not, so Meghan is the narcissist, not Harry. So what do we have here? Let's review. Is Harry a narcissist? No, he's innocent. No, he's innocent. And he's been transformed by the bad relationship. He's reacting, and the isolation is what's destroying him. Isolation is the key for Harry, because Harry is very emotionally intelligent and very good with people. Okay, Harry and Meghan. Who's the narc? Well, the sticks say Meghan's the narc, and they're not both the narcs. She's ruthlessly controlling him through the marriage. It's all about the marriage. She's keeping the marriage sweet until she's not going to keep the marriage sweet. So she's manipulating. She's manipulating what Harry is seeing in the marriage, because a narcissist feels very damaged inside, and that's why they're so cruel. That's why everybody quits all around Meghan. All the staff quit because she's so cruel underneath. Harry's very committed to the marriage and the children, and she's working everything together. So it's all about the marriage, the marriage, the marriage, and that's how Meghan is controlling Harry. And it's very honorable that he is, he's really trying to make this marriage work. Does he like to be dominated? He's not a deep thinker. He makes quick, emotional decisions. And that's his downfall. That's his strength. That's his downfall. She is controlling him through the close relationship, and she's making him look bad to the whole world. Is he the invisible child or the scapegoat? He was just very controlled, and now she's just separated from him from everything. So the key is getting him out of the royal family. That's how she's doing this. It's the marriage and getting him out of the royal family and isolating him. She's isolating him, and that's how she's doing all this. That's how she's truly controlling him. So Meghan is the real narcissist, and Harry is not a narcissist. He is definitely a victim of a narcissist. He could possibly be a victim of a narcissist and a narcissist as well, but he's not. He's not a narcissist. He's just a victim of a narcissist. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card, Divination, and Fortune Telling. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who buy me a cup of tea here and there. Please like, please share, subscribe, and comment.